What's going on, y'all? Look, I won't be long. All right. This video is just a friendly, loving reminder to just, right? I'm speaking to that person who knows what they have to do, who knows that they haven't really been given their best effort, who knows that there's more in the tank, who knows that there's more life to live. You know what I mean? Like you just know you just been wanting to get it out, right? Just lock in, right? Get in your zone, right? Figure out your pace. Don't let nobody rush you. Put the plan together and just do it. Just start executing daily. I'm telling you, man. I'm speaking from just pure experience, right? I've seen highs, I've seen lows, and then I've seen highs again. Right? I'm speaking to the person who may have possibly taken some L's in this trading thing or in business or entrepreneurship or lost something, right? It's like it's okay. It's time to reinvent yourself. It's time to pivot. Right? It's time to go in a new direction. The beautiful thing about life is that there's no bad position to be in. Right? When you're losing or when you're not doing, or when I say losing, I mean you're not living up to your potential, right? Because we're not comparing to nobody else, but you're not living up to your potential, then there's something in that moment that you're supposed to be getting. You're being slowed down by the universe, right? You're being slowed down because there's something that you're missing. There's a step that you might have skipped. There's a lesson that you didn't learn. There's a test that you didn't pass. So that's a beautiful thing because now you got time to like figure that out, right? When you start winning, right? There's something else. Like you now are in a position to help more people out. You're now able to do more things that you love because you may have the resources and the freedom to do that, right? But one is not better than the other because one is required to get to the other, right? And then when you get to the other, that one that was required to get there, you appreciate a lot more because you know what it takes to get there. So in any position that you find yourself in, you cool. You just got to understand and accept it. The reason that so many of us get frustrated and anxious during certain seasons of our lives that may not be like what we think that we should be or what we feel we should be is because we haven't accepted it. Okay, so this video is just a little reminder. Accept where you are. Learn the lessons. Pay attention. Look yourself in the mirror. See what role you played, right? Sometimes it's not all our fault, but we still got to take full responsibility so that we can start putting our lives back together, right? Before I go any further in this video, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the Prosperity Collective, right? Just what I'm talking about is what I've seen displayed in the group, right? I've seen people take L's and then double their account. I've seen people take major L's and then double their account. I've seen people getting ready to quit and leave the group and then come back and make more money than they've ever made trading. I'm talking about in the Prosperity Collective this year. We only been running things for 5 months and we have stories of people like going through that process, right? So this month in July, we're doing the Double Your Money Challenge. It's a slow and steady progression to doubling your account during the month of July. I would love for you to be a part of it. The first 7 days is free. After that, it's just $40 a month to stay in the group. I really think that if you are in a process of rebuilding your life or you haven't been profitable with trading and you're really looking for a genuine community that's really doing it, this is one that you may want to pay attention to, right? You may want to click the link in the description below. But again, back to what I was saying, right? Any position that you're in life is a beautiful one because it's always something to learn. It's always something to experience, right? I want to talk to y'all about like pacing yourself and understanding like what pace means, understanding that going fast is not always the best. Even when I'm creating content, right? Like I could sit here and like I could be one of those people that are just talking about a bunch of technical shit all day, and I can try to impress you with my words and talk about Fibonacci sequences and all that stuff. And there's a time for that. But what I want you to do more than anything is really understand that like trading and doing well in life is really about slowing down and finding your pace and your rhythm, because we are all unique individuals. And I want you to learn how to play your game within any realm that you're in. So any field or industry that you find yourself in, you're able to go at your pace. You're able to do things at your frequency, your pace, and you're ultimately going to get to exactly where you want to be. That's just how it works. I think of this. I was like walking around the city. I'm in Vegas right now, right? So I'm walking around the city, getting familiar with the area. And there was a time where I would come to Vegas and I'd be driving with my boy. We'd be cruising around the city, listening to music, doing all this shit, right? And it was a dope time. And I saw some things, but then there was also some things that I didn't see because we were driving, right? We were going fast. And we were able to get to the places that we were trying to go to, to avoid the heat in a short period of time. But when I was walking, I started seeing the city in a different way, right? I started seeing the city in a different way. I started to see buildings and things that I didn't see before. I even got a chance to meet people that I wouldn't have met if I was just zipping by in the car. Now, I'm not saying walk everywhere. I'm not saying get rid of your car, because this has nothing to do with driving or walking. But what I'm saying is that when you're trying to get somewhere quickly, oftentimes you will miss things. You will skip steps, and you'll find yourself having to come back. But when you find yourself going at a steady pace and finding your rhythm, you'll find that on the journey there's so many things that you need to pick up. There's people you need to meet. There's things you need to see. There's things you need to hear, right? On your journey. I want y'all to really get this, right? Fast is not always the best. There will be moments where sprinting is important, right? There'll be times where it's like, go, 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 right? But that's not every day. Every day is just getting a little bit better. Every day is just recognizing. Every day is just listening, learning, observing, connecting, being present, making sure that you are positioned to go into the right direction, right? You ever see a car try to like squeeze in between two cars? Typically the car has like plenty of space to get through, like when you're in a parking lot, or like if it's like a two-way street, and the street might be a little bit more narrow, or somebody might be double parked or something like that. You'll notice that you slow down to try to like get through that space, right? It's because you're taking your time to make sure that you are doing it correctly. But you do know that you can get through that space. You do know that it's enough space, because if it wasn't enough space, you wouldn't even be trying to do it slowly. So it's the same thing, right? It's like we know it's space. But when we go fast, we could mess around and hit the car. We could mess around and do something wrong. So we just want to make sure that we're doing it right? So we always are trying to like make sure that we're guiding y'all in the right direction. I'm speaking to my my Prosperity Collective right now. We always trying to make sure that we guiding y'all in the right direction, right? Going at that slow pace. That's what this whole month's challenge is about, right? Getting just 3 to 4% per day. We already got people that have almost they almost halfway through the challenge, like got 40-50% on their account in the first day. The past couple of days, we've called like bangers. Called one on AMD, Marvel, Palantir, right? And you get to do this at your pace, right? You get to do this at your risk tolerance. That's all I got, man. I got analogies for days.